Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give.
Dag sketches, welcome to the main channel, whatever. Hey, we'll be talking back to my YouTube channel, whatever. And today we will be doing a little girl, not even a girl talk, just a talk. So let's get into the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a bunch of different things, so stay with me. But yeah, so first we're going to start off with closet clean out tips, because I think a lot of people want to clean out their closet, but then once you start pulling stuff out, you're like, I want this, I want to keep this, I want to, yeah. Well, if you don't relate to that, that's one thing, but that was definitely me. So kind of calling myself out, but yeah. So basically, when you're cleaning out your closet, you'll see a lot of things that you haven't worn in like a while. And if you can't see yourself wearing it in the next week, month, you're probably not gonna wear it, like, at all. So what I would say is, well, okay, there are exceptions, right? If it's like a formal thing and don't usually go to formal things, then that's one thing. But I mean, like a regular shirt, for example, that you would just never think of wearing, like, it's best you either sell it or donate it, because you're not gonna use it, you know? I'm just gonna sit in there. And also, once you clean out your closet, you're able to see what you actually have and make more outfits. Because a lot of time when you feel like you don't have anything to wear, it's because your closet is being clouded by a lot of things that you're probably never gonna wear ever, or you might rarely wear, or whatever. Yeah, so the real test basically is, will I wear this in the next like month? If not, feel free to get rid of it by either donating or selling it. If it's really bad or whatever, and you're like, I really can't donate or sell this, you could use it as like cloth for cleaning and stuff like that, because that's what I do sometimes. So yeah, that's the first thing I want to talk about. Second thing was, also, we're experimenting today with makeup. Okay, this is the first time I'm trying to do contour, and yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing while I'm talking. Okay, so yeah, we just talked about closet clean out tips, and now we're gonna talk about consumerism in fashion. So yeah, so part of the whole, okay, give me a second. Yeah, part of the whole sustainable fashion discussion is kind of centered around consumerism in fashion, because you have different clothes for different seasons, right? Especially if you live in like a country with all four. But brands usually release clothes for a certain season, right? They'll have their like spring collection, summer collection, etc., right? And a lot of people feel like pressure to keep up with it, which is part of the whole consumerism and fashion thing. And then there's also the fact that, like, if you're on social media or you're somebody who goes out a lot or whatever, you want to have like different outfits and different options for that. And so sometimes that means that you end up with a whole bunch of clothes, but you don't really have outfits, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So that happens. And part of the reason why there are a lot of fast fashion companies, what's going on here? Yeah, there are a lot of fast fashion companies that are producing like a lot of clothes, a lot more than clothing companies used to, is because there's a demand for it, right? So you'll see people with like huge hauls every month, like, of them just buying clothes. And I'm not buying clothes or anything, because if you're building your closet, you're building your closet, like, that's or if you're working with brands and all these different things, like, okay, but I realized trying to play keep up with fashion is actually not a good idea, because I was the same way. I was like, okay, every time you go on like a clothing website or whatever, you're like, yep, I need this and this and this and everything. But once you kind of take a step back And you're like, wait, do I really need these things? And you take a step back, you're like, okay, this is the kind of outfit, what is the style that I'm going for? Let's just go for this. You realize that you don't actually need that much clothes. And I was watching Kiana Naomi. I haven't seen her last name correctly, but I know it's Kiana. The other day, and she was saying that her closet was reduced by a lot, but she never feels like she has nothing to wear. And that's kind of like the goal. That's what I'm trying to do with this YouTube channel and with TikTok, kind of helping people to build that kind of closet where you don't really feel like you need to buy something every 2 seconds, because like your style, you have things that match your style, and you can just mix and match your pieces easily. Like that's really like the main goal, you know. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to show that through content. Well, in my opinion, I feel like it's hard to do that through content, because I don't know. And the thing about fast fashion, like I've always been saying, is the fact that there's a market for it. But if you can afford to buy from sustainable fashion brands, even if it's a few, you know what I mean, then do it. And also, you know, their clothes last way longer. Like I remember buying from certain brands and be like, oh my gosh, they have like trendy clothing, da 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 da. And then you buy from them, and then like in the next a few wears, it's just like you know what I mean? Like the clothes, they start to get what do you call it when it has like little balls on it? I know you use a lint roller to remove, I guess it's lint. But yeah, I'm just like, you know, why? I feel as though if I'm gonna buy something, I don't want it to last 2 seconds, you know? But yeah, so recently I just been I took a break from shopping for clothes. The last time I shopped for clothes probably when I was in the US. And I'm just using what I have, you know, and going from there. And that's not to say that I won't add, because as we stand right now, I probably need some regular length tops. Simply because I know this in a lot of like clothing brands and clothing stores now. It's either like oversized tops or crop tops. And like I need a top that's like in between, or a few, and that are not long sleeve, because goodness, it's hot over here, you know. So for like college and stuff, I just want to be able to have like a regular thing top. But after that, you know, we chilling. Is this? Oh, this is deep. Okay, just give me a second. Right, yeah, back to what I was saying. You know, I just don't want to be in the mindset where like I need to buy things every 2 seconds. I just want to work with what I have for a while. That's not to say I won't buy anything ever again or whatever. Obviously not, but just work with what I have for a little bit and see where that goes. Okay. Yeah, so this first part here is like what I do every time. But oh wait, do I tell y'all the brands? I can't even remember if I do. But concealer NYX. It's the best one and the only one that I've used. Actually no, I'm lying. I've used other concealers and I don't think they're as good. But I haven't tried every brand or anything. So maybe best is a bold claim. But yeah, now we're gonna do some highlighter right here on the nose. Right there. Right there. Okay. Yeah, so that's just my take on it. And the reason why people are kind of blowing the whistle on consumerism and fashion is because they're realizing that there's a lot of waste that goes into it. And if we want to, you know, live comfortably on this earth without depleting its resources, we kind of have to be careful of how much we consume. And I feel like treading the line with that is so difficult, because on one end you do need clothes, and you might do hauls from time to time, and you know, whatever. But at the same time, you don't want to have too many, you know. Okay. Boom. And now we're getting to the part that I don't usually do. It's the contour. This is the medium. This is True Complexion Contour Palette, medium to dark. Okay, so they have an application guide on here because it's like, well, how am I gonna do this?
Yeah,